Hello, everyone. Nikki 2 times coming at you again with another Funday. We're on episode 77. This is the one and only real Funday, right here on this time live, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Let's get started with the thank yous. We already have turned over my Anatomies copy on Jedi Master. We got Vince, sports car ripping feature. We got BC, who unfortunately could not be on panel tonight, is in the chat. Welcome in, Bard. We got my man, It, on the Spine Fix Live channel. And we also have my alternate ego, Black Dragon 44. Right now, trying to Sixers, they're into double overtime against the Atlanta Hawks. Trying to watch that game as I get it up against it, ready for this game. We got my son NWE wrestling stuff coming through. He's sitting right here. He's trying to enjoy this game as well. Atlanta up by 3. That's not well. Thank you for all being here. As always, I would like to thank all my channel members out there. Zambi, Brittany, Small Town Rip, 2 balls are better than one, DC Sports Card, X Carnage, and Yodi, along with the Hall of Fame member Justin W. Smith over at Guy. We got Skyval. It's going to be a lot about Skyval tonight there, Smith. As of course, on every Sunday, it's also about Magana for life. And don't forget about the bomb. Also, as always, a big thank you to the Spine Ticks family. You'll find me over there every Saturday night at Spine Ticks Live with our host, Sith Lordly. You'll see myself, Dan Delatorre, Uncanny Swag, Purchase Corner on a part-time basis, and every once in a while, you'll also see BC over there. Good time on Saturdays, good time on, well, the best times on Saturday, and it's a fun day on Sunday right here with Nikki 2 times. I haven't done any shout outs in a while, but I got 2 shout outs this week, guys. Some new stuff, some new people that I'm starting to get along with. First name, Eric Budget, aka EB Dogtown Rips. He's out of the Cleveland area. Browns fan. Really nice guy. Dino and Red03 turned me on to watching his channel. Already seems like a great guy. He's sitting with 141 subs. So if you just like sports ripping, you like sports bros, that's a good channel to go see. Also, we have Scotty Hove, aka he was actually in chat here on the stream last week. That's the Mega Box Maniac himself with 218 subs. He's actually out of this area, so he's a fellow Philadelphia bro. And I know he was heartbroken. He was live streaming the other night with 2 balls are better than one, who's our big Chicago Bears fan. And, you know, good banter back and forth. I didn't get to watch much of it, but those are the shout outs for the week. If you're interested in those kind of channels, sports rip channels, sports talk channels, I will have your link to BC. That's right. Hashtag the best times. Come on, let's get the ball back. We are down by 4 with 59 seconds left. we came back in regulation, and then we got screwed during both of the overtimes. But that's all right. Sixers will fight another day. Right now we got 23 strong. You got any questions, anything you want to talk about, feel free to put it into chat. Sorry, I'm just looking at trying to catch up with the chat. Nothing seems to be going on in the chat, but we got you guys all lurking in here. This channel, for those of you that are kind of lurking right now and doom scrolling your way through, we talk sports on this channel. Occasionally we rip some cards. I'm not ripping any cards tonight, but we do talk a lot of sports. I do go over stats of the week and such, show a few clips here and there. Stick around. Hour number 2 is where you'll see we'll talk football in the second hour. I know everybody's probably chomping at the bit to talk to me about my Eagles and their ultimate collapse, but we'll get that as usual. We're going to get into that in the second hour. So if you want to just kind of scroll on and then come back later, if that's what you really want to do, and lay into me about that, we'll talk that in the second hour. We'll talk about Bart's team, the Dolphins, picking up another win. Was out all day today. I am super tired, but I'm like, I'm a hard-working man, so I'm here to do our stuff like we do every Sunday. Went to my niece's birthday party, the whole family, the whole 9. Had a great time. The baby had, my little one had a great time. Who rooted against the Eagles? Better not be rooting against the Eagles. Now, if you're gonna talk bad about my Eagles, it's definitely Cybo time.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Never talk bad about my Eagles. I know the Texans won today. CJ Stroud back in the saddle. Not that he did a whole lot, Sean, but congratulations on your team winning. Yeah, I'm copywriting Sunday Funday. I mean, I get it. It's a generic term, Sunday Funday, but I've been doing this 77 weeks, and it's kind of funny when someone, another content creator who's actually been in this chat before, decides he to start a channel stream on Sundays with the same name. I find it pretty amusing, to say the least. We got Boji in the house. What's going on, Boji? Boji likes to try to trade with me every single week over in our fantasy league. Probably, in hindsight, maybe I should have taken him up on his offer on one or two of those trades, but he was always the one getting ahead on the trade. We got G the golfer in the house. G, what is going on, my friend? When I do try to look at your channel, I'm not able to comment on anything, but it is great to have you in here, G. Always good to see you. I miss Jim NFL too. Very, very knowledgeable individual. Very passionate about his collection there, Sith. All right, G. So I'll definitely keep an eye out for new stuff from you and check out comments. I know we're already in November, but I hope you had a wonderful summer. I hope you've gotten a lot of golf in. So it's always good to see you, G. We'll definitely talk NHL first. I didn't make any. I was going to do some slides on some extracurricular stuff. So before I show any of the slides, Sith always says, I'm a hater. I don't like Sidney Crosby. You're not wrong, but I'll give credit where credit is due. Congratulations to Sidney Crosby for becoming the 15th all-time goal scorer in the NHL. I was going to do a montage video. It was hard finding really good ones to use, but congratulations to Sidney Crosby. Big time, future Hall of Famer. That's really cool. I hope you do plenty of good videos of that, G. I don't know about that. I mean, SIDs tend to be a little even more expensive than Ovi, but if you turn me on to the right thing at some point where I'm willing to part with some cash, maybe I'll pick up one. Maybe. But we'll see. So let's get into some of these stats. We'll do the fantasy first, since our boy Swag isn't here and he hates fantasy. We'll start here. Your boy Nikki 2 times, way at the bottom. Hopefully I can start climbing the ranks on my fantasy league, as in I hardly use goaltending because goaltending has really screwed me up. I'm down to one goaltender. I have Vladar, who's the Flyers goaltender, and I've gotten rid of everybody else. Hold on. What's going on, Justin? Always good to have my man, Justin W. Smith, in the house. I hope the holidays were good for you. I hope you passed along the message to Kenyon. I hope he's doing well. But what we're looking at here, guys, we are looking at... Hold on. Gonna have to get rid of Justin's comment so we can see the whole thing right now. We're looking at your Eastern Conference. And in the Eastern Conference, over there in Atlantic, Tampa Bay, Boston, and Montreal are your top 3 teams. The Devils, Carolina, and those Philadelphia Flyers creeping up. They're the 3rd in the Metropolitan, with Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins taking the last 2 spots, wild card for hockey. So looking pretty good. Flyers had a decent road trip. They started off with a huge loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They lost, I think it was 4-0, something like that. They come back. They beat the Islanders and they beat the Jersey Devils pretty handily, I think, last night. So impressed about how my Flyers are going about things right now. Was actually been surprised about the Devils doing as well as they are. Certainly not surprised about the Buffalo Sabres being the worst team in the East. Let's look at the West. This was at the start of the day before today's games. You got Colorado absolutely killing it in the Central, followed by Dallas and Minnesota. Over in the Pacific, we got Sis Anaheim Ducks and his LA Kings there at the top. Anaheim did lose today to the Chicago Blackhawks, who are trying to vie for a spot, at least trying to move up to the wild card. They did get 2 points, so they're creeping on that door. And you have the Kraken and the Mammoth. They currently hold those wild card spots. I did expect more out of Calgary, but they've picked it up a little bit. They were at one point definitely the worst team in the whole league, and they've picked it up more recently and have at least tacked on a few wins here and there. Yeah, let's go SoCal teams. And Bedard is absolutely on fire, Vince. Super excited. That's my second favorite team. I will actually, at some point, my mother went through loads of pictures that she has, and an old picture of me she gave me in a Chicago Blackhawks jersey. So I'll eventually end up posting that on the community tab. You guys could check that out there. So yeah, don't think I'm lying. I have been a Blackhawks fan for quite some time. I didn't cheer them on when they beat my Flyers in the Stanley Cup Finals, but such is life. I still enjoy them. I like Bedard a lot. That's cool, Sith. I like it. Sith, as a wee little lad playing Little League in his Phillies uniform. Sean, you would think that we would all want a Sidney Crosby and a Ricky in a PSA 10, but I'm kind of on the fence. I gotta get over my hatred for the guy. A little bit more hockey talk. This is how it's shaping up for the points race in hockey. Again, I need to get rid of comments so y'all can see the top. Nathan McKinnon, what a nice large lead, 44 points behind second year Macklin Celebrini, 37 points. Holy hell. Damn near didn't have 37 points all last season. Already quarter of the way through, sitting with 37. Connor McDavid, of course, always near the top, 36 points. And we were just talking about Connor Bedard and what he's doing this year. He's sitting comfortably in the fifth spot, or tied for the fourth spot, I should say, at 33 points. Then just some other top names that you normally would see near the top. Cal McCarr, Leon Draisaitl, Kaprizov, who I like a lot, sitting there at 31 points. Right now, you don't see him on here, but I got to give my props to my man, Trevor Zegras from the Flyers, who has been doing really well. Got a goal and assist yesterday. He's starting to creep the board. In another week or two, you might actually see him on this list. If he can keep his run going that he's having, he could potentially crack this top 10, 15 that I show every week in the near future. I don't see him reaching the top, but he could be up here on the list as well. And I'll give kudos to a guy I don't like, but I know Sith likes. You got Gautier, who's I think he's about 17th or 18th. He's sitting right below all this hoopla here, and he'll possibly crack this top list as well. One last remark about Sidney Crosby as well. I just learned Cutter is beloved in Anaheim. Well, Trevor Zegras is starting to get that heavy love here in Philadelphia. He's fun to watch, super talented. He's got the best overall of all time shootout percentage. He's at something crazy, almost 70%. I think he's flawless this year for us. He's just a good addition to the shootout. The stat was, ever since the shootout came out in 2005, the Flyers were 60-100 going into last year. Since last year, we're like 11-3, including being 5-0 this year. That's a combination of having Zegras and our goaltending, who even Samuel Ersson, who sometimes gives up some really weak goals throughout games, has been damn near perfect over the last year and a quarter in the shootouts. That could be huge down the road points wise. But what I was going to get to say something about Sidney Crosby. He's on pace right now to score 55 goals. And as great as he has been in his career, 52 goals is his high. And we're talking about a man who's now 38, having on a pace of 55. If he does something like that, Sith, we'll talk later about how impressed I really am with him. Oh, geez. Is that, T-Bone, is that how we're going to fly out? Yes, I did absolutely watch them come back only to get screwed in the first overtime. They got screwed in the first overtime. So then they just chalked it up in the second overtime. This is how your rookies are starting to shape up. Can't go look at all categories. I'm not every single week on the NHL and NBA going to look at rookie ladders. Sometimes I just go straight to the stats. I like to mix it up for you guys. But this week, just straight points. What you see here, I'm using, and you'll see other similar slides tonight. I use what's called statmuse.com to get these sort of stats. Demidov still at the top, 19 points. Seneca with 18, Schaefer 18, Kapanen 13, Leonard 12. Levshunov is still near the top with 12, along with Zev Buum also with 12, and a few other individuals to round out your top 11 here. So, this is something that we're going to have to keep an eye out on throughout the year. People were saying Demidov is your clear number one. He has been the number one in points, but I don't know if I want to say it's a clear number one. Last year, it was pretty much Hudson, Michkov, and Celebrini throughout the entire thing, and there was nobody else really in contention. This year, I feel like you can look at all these guys and even some other ones that aren't up here. So this list is going to stay kind of large through at least, the All-Star break. And then maybe at some point, 3 or 4 guys will push through and be your clear favorites for the Rookie of the Year. Yeah, some really hard names to pronounce there, T-Bone. You get into, the Canadian names are, not too hard, but you start getting into those Russian last names and those like Finnish and Swedish last names. Yeah, they get kind of pretty difficult to talk about. Yeah, we're talking hockey, T-Bone. We talk all the sports here. If you recollect from being here in the past, we talk it all. Definitely going to talk basketball shortly. I definitely try to keep up with the chat as well all the way through. We have a good time here on Sunday nights. Second hour, we'll get into football talk, and I'm sure lots of my friends in here, they're going to want to lambaste me, and they're going to make fun of me and talk mad shit about the Eagles' woes. Well, that's cool. You got a nice young core of players over there in Anaheim. As much as I don't like Gauthier, I know he's a good player. And then of course, you had who scored the second goal today, Sith Zellweger. I'm high on that guy. I like him a lot. We got Phil Ailing in the house. What's going on, Phil? Sith, I was expecting a few extra people in here tonight because there's certain streams that decided to take a break. So I thought a few of those people had no excuses on who to choose from, since Nikki is the only choice in town now for Sunday. So no excuses. They should all be here with me tonight. But again, such is life. I guess I'm asking for a little bit too much. Besides the young talent, speaking of coaches there, Vince, besides the young talent here in Philadelphia, my man, Rick Tocchet, I think he is definitely making all the difference behind the bench for the Flyers, and I think he's contributed nicely for their early successes so far. Yeah, T-Bone, what did happen to our Eagles? We'll get into it a little bit. I don't have slides made up for it, but we'll definitely get into that in the second hour and talk a little bit about the Eagles. Oh, I'm talking about even those box checkers there, Sith, who forget about this channel and try to sway their support to other channels. I thought I'd at least get 10 seconds from their time. But no, it's okay. All right, on to NBA talk. We'll start off with the fantasy stats. I got your man, Nikki, 2 times, still leading the way, but as of looking at it right before coming onto the stream, that lead has severely gone even less. I had well over, I don't know, early in the season. I know, early in the season, there's still lots of season left, but I had a nice 700-800 point lead that has completely evaporated. We've all been plagued with injuries, but my team has really been plagued with injuries. Wembanyama's been out. Giannis, he entered the Kupo, who's been missing quite a bit of time. Even your top scorer, Luka, that I have, he's like in and out of the lineup every couple days. So it's been really difficult for me to maintain that early lead that I had from the first couple weeks, but I'm still holding strong. Yeah, Sith, like the people who come into the stream to get that blue wrench to collect some subs and then leave and go their own way and use all the tricks of the trade that you taught them, and then decide to actually use the Sunday Funday name as well. It's pretty funny. Yo, Dean, what's going on, buddy? We got Dino in the house. Dino, if you're able to stick around, I'll let you get in all your licks on me. I know you've actually been pretty upset with your Cowboys, but I'll let you get all your licks on me if you're able to endure the next half hour or so, as we'll kick off football in the second hour as we typically do. We're getting into the basketball talk. Continue to do that. We'll throw this slide up first. This is your Eastern Conference NBA at the start of the day. You got your top 6 teams, and then 7th through 8th would be play-in teams, and then below that second line are teams that would be out if the season were to end today. So, yes, my Sixers would be in, but I think it's kind of dumb being in one of those play-in spots. If you can't be good enough to be in top 6, you're not a good team. You got Embiid, who was actually in the lineup today, but when you're out for a while and come back, you're disrupting the flow of things. You got Paul George, who's like plays every other game. That disrupts a lot of flow. That's not helping that team. Meanwhile, you got a really damn good team like Detroit, who's just killing it up top with 16 wins and 4 losses. Miami at 13-7, they dominated the other night against the Sixers. And of course, your perennial teams in the bottom, the Brooklyn Nets and Washington Wizards. I didn't get to see any of the highlights of that, BC, but I was going to mention Cooper Flagg putting up 35 points last night. He's become now the youngest player ever to hit 35 points and only the second 18-year-old to do so, which was also done by LeBron James. The only 2 people to ever hit 35 points at 18 years of age. So congratulations to Cooper Flagg. I put it out there on the Black Dragon Sports Shorts channel. Is he starting to cook? You guys let me know. You young kids that might be in here lurking, you let me know too. Is Cooper Flagg cooking? Is he starting to cook? Let me know. Matty Ice, cards in the house. Matty Ice, man, I can't believe your Colts shit the bed today. They've been looking so good, but, they had to get a wake-up call, a super, not heat check, I don't know which word I want to use, but they certainly needed a wake-up call, and unfortunately, it was the Texans to give them that wake-up call. Yeah, Dino down in Texas. I'm sure, yes, you'd like Cooper Flagg. I love Cooper Flagg. Been a big Duke fan for many years. I don't know, Matty. I feel like they are. I feel like Daniel Jones is proven that he just sucked because he was in New York. And, you got the best running back right now in the league in Jonathan Taylor. Over here in the West, Thunder, Thunder, sitting with only 1 loss this year. You got the Lakers playing really well. The Lake Show, only 4 losses. That's with LeBron missing a lot of time. That's what Luka missing some time as well this early portion of the season. Then your typicals, Houston, Denver, Spurs and Minnesota at the top. Golden State, they've kind of been, the last handful of years, they've been in that play-in area for the last handful of years. You guys ain't getting any younger. And of course, at the bottom, the geriatric ward, LA Clippers, and the New Orleans Pelicans down at the bottom. As good as Cooper's been, he, an 18-year-old can't do it all by himself. Dallas Mavericks, 6 wins, 15 losses. Hey, that's the only reason I pay attention to it at all, Sith. I'm not a Laker guy. It's hard for me to even say, "Oh, go Lakers" or whatever. I do not like the yellow or the gold and purple, but I like Luka. Huge fan. I kind of put that list. I'm always a homer guy. It's always about my Sixers, but I do have a few favorites that aren't Sixers, and it's a short list. I like Luka. I like Cooper Flag. I've liked Jimmy Butler for a long time. As much as he's an antagonist on everything, I happen to like Anthony Edwards. Maybe it's those kind of guys I just like because Jimmy Butler is an asshole, and Luka whines and cries and could be an asshole too. But I don't know. Those are players that I like. We got Retroholic Gamer in the house. What's going on, Retroholic? Waiting for the Nikki Swag hate non-homer team stream. But look, I mean, I'm not as bad. Come on, you got to admit, I'm not as bad as Swag. It's just strictly about his teams. I happen to actually, have secondary teams or whatever. I like the Blackhawks a lot. I like the Indians / Guardians in baseball. I like the Raiders. I don't really have a secondary basketball team. I would say if they eventually get a team in Vegas, that would be my secondary team. So we'll see. At least I have secondary teams, and I do appreciate some players. In football, my favorite non-Eagle is Bijan Robinson. Right now in hockey, it's probably Bedard. Well, we got SCA in the house. SCA, always good to see you. Thanks for being here, pal. Couple more slides into the basketball. It's Bajan. Is Bajan. Or as we like to say around here, Jean. But if he came to our team, he would have been known as Bajan. Or John. Sorry, Bajan. Yeah, well, yeah. Now that you're back into hockey, and we kind of had to get you onto a team, BC. That's a good choice right there to be a Blackhawks fan and be a Bedard fan. You certainly don't want to be a Predators fan. All right, where are we looking at here? Hold on. All right, here is your overall points per game leaders. You got Luka at the top. That's a lot. 35.1 points a game. SGA 32.9. Maxey 31.7. Antetokounmpo 30.9. Donovan Mitchell 30.6. And such. Jokic with his 28.9 and pretty much averaging a triple-double. Swag, I know. Would have Oh, I'm back. I was frozen for a second there. Take a screenshot. It must have been my ugly ass face just kind of frozen in time. But glad we're back. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, yeah, Maxi's taking on the workload and getting those points. But the more time you see Paul George and Embiid in the lineup, they're taking away a lot of his shots. So you're gonna see hell of a lot less out of Maxey throughout the season if those guys do come back healthy. Which is unfortunate because the team should completely run through him. And the other weeks I was showing, the Kia ladder and all that stuff. But again, mixing it up. I like this Stat Muse thing. It looks a little nicer than some of the other slides I've showed. But this is what you're looking at points-wise. Concanoople leading the rookies 18.4 points per game. Cooper up to 16.7 now. VJ Edgecombe finally came back today. I don't know how many points he scored today. 15.6. Jeremiah Fears taking a big, huge leap up to 15.2 points. And Coward at 13.4. Ace Bailey finally stepping it up. He's at 9.6. He's one of those guys that are hard to like just because he was like, oh, I don't want to go to these teams. And the Jazz said, well, fuck you. You're coming to our team anyway. Is that what oh gosh. I hope I didn't have an O face there, BC. That would not be oh god. That's way oh shit, that's way too embarrassing. All right, so almost some time to kill, been going a little bit too fast. I might end up cutting the stream a little short tonight. Depends on how long it takes to go through football. But I don't want to talk football until we get into that second hour. So floor is definitely for you guys there in the chat. Anything that you guys want to talk about that deals with sports cards, pop culture, anything and everything is open for discussion except for football, which will drop into the second hour. would you guys pay $1 for that? I already got 8 members paying $1 for this content. Would you pay $1 for OF? Oh, Moon, it was time to go. I didn't mean to really shave it down this far. I should have put an extra extension on the clippers, but that Wolfenstein I had going on was just too much. If I had one of those nice beards like BC, like Justin, I'd be able to comb it and it would look good, but that scraggly looking thing, it was not very hard to maintain. So I had to get rid of it. But I do like to keep a beard. This is just a little, you know what? That big Wolfenstein took me 3 months to grow. So, in about like a week to 2 weeks, I'll be back pretty good. This will look pretty good in about a week. Oh yeah, this is definitely the 8 o'clock shadow. There's Swag. You ask for Swag, and there he is. Yeah, you can't talk fantasy sports with swag.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Well, I care, swag. Some of the other viewers care. Don't make me sick. My other little assets and sound bites on you, like this one.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
That one's for my buddy Swag. El Swagador. That moniker was given to him by somebody who has not been around for quite some time. I know that person was working hard for quite a while and then showed back up in the community without nary of a peep over here on this channel or on Saturday nights. Well, Vince, if you haven't left yet, you have a wonderful night. Definitely got to get that lesson plan working. You got to keep up the hunt for those good cards. I don't know if you're in the middle of a kaboom hunt right now. I'm not. After watching BC open up some absolute, I'm trying to stay away. At this point, I have not opened up Revolution. Last week, I almost bought a box of Revolution and ended up throwing that money away in a different way by making bets on the football games on Thanksgiving. But, maybe Revolution I'll buy, but I'm not buying Absolute. So no kaboom hunting for Nikki 2 times, unless I get lucky and find one of those nice Absolute super boxes from like Costco or Sam's Club or something. We got Christopher Works in the house. Christopher, I know your Bucks won today. We'll certainly talk about that a little bit in the second hour. Congratulations to your Bucks. Unfortunately, your Washington Capitals are not doing as well this year like they were last year. No, I like it. No bucks given. There we are. You got the Detroit Pistons in the East, their SCA, and Oklahoma City Thunder out there in the West. Yeah, but they won a title with TB12, but I don't exactly when I think Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when you think Tampa Bay, what player do you think of? I'm on that Warren Sapp team. That's who I think of when I think a great Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I think Warren Sapp. I'll tell you what, though, I also think, one of the biggest devastating losses in Philadelphia Eagles history came to that Warren Sapp Tampa Bay Buccaneer team in the playoffs. I can still see Joe Jaravicious. He's still running. He hasn't been caught yet. Oh, what PTSD I have from that memory. I like the GOAT. I used to not. I've warmed up now that he's done their Sith, but you know, Patriot. He's a Patriot through and through. Did give Tampa Bay a title, but you know, when you talk top guy or top guys, I think more Warren Sapp for the Buccaneers. Yes, Sith is like definitely anti-Homer. Oh, Mike Allstott was an absolute beast, Dino. You're absolutely right with that comment. Hey, I'm sitting here saying football's got to go second hour. We're talking football, but that's fine. We're not talking about what's going on right now. We're talking about the past. We're reliving our childhood dreams over here, folks. Well, Sirianni's not getting fired anytime soon there, Sith, but I would love for them to actually fire Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator, who's the damn near worst. Sirianni should lose his job for the simple fact that he's letting Patullo continue to make the play calls instead of, you know, grabbing the reins and saying, I'm taking over for the rest of the season, because their play calling is shitty. So I will finish this first hour. I was going to do this later. Don't want it to sound like any kind of bragging, and I didn't make slides to make it less of a braggadocious thing. But if you are a content creator and you're trying to find ways to gain views, gain subscribers, however you want to do your channel is completely up to you. This is just for the fun, for kind of like a small segment here. Run your channel the way you want to run your channel. Do you, but just going to give you a couple quick stats. Over here on this main channel, I'm sitting at 1,681 subscribers. I've only gained 2 in the last 7 days, 23 in the last 28. But you know what? I was hovering between like 1655 and 1665 for like 4 months, where I wasn't paying as much attention to the channel other than this stream. But I've been picking up, doing a lot more shorts. I did do 9 shorts for the week that hit 8,500 views. Great way to get yourself views, not watch hours. A lot of other things, watch hours, and I'm not at my watch hours, so I'm certainly not going to give you guys advice on how to get there because I've fallen short. But I feel like I know some stuff with some of these other things. You have to be a lot more consistent though than the 9 that I put out for the 8,500 views. It's a good start. The Black Dragon channel with 68 subscribers, I've gained 6 in the last 7 days, 30 in the last 28. So that channel's ticking up. All I'm doing is putting some shorts out there of different sports news. You know, yesterday I put out one, or last night, of Sidney Crosby hitting the 15th mark for all-time goal scoring, and the Cooper Flag hitting 35. I put out 2 shorts last night of that. So counting those 2 shorts, I put out 11 shorts this week for a total of 12,000 views. So 12,000 views for a 68 sub channel is not so bad. You know, that's pretty darn good. It's just the thing, if you are looking to grow your channel, that's a good way to start, but then ramp it up. Watch stuff that Sith does on his channels. He's posting 3, 4, 5 shorts a day, every day consistently. When he finds out a spot that works, then he's posting at that particular time. You got to try different things along the way. Sometimes then the algorithms change. You always got to be up with the times. But right now, these are the 2 channels I'm concentrating on. This main channel, as well as the Black Dragon Sports Shorts. And I like the way that one's. I like the way the secondary channel is heading. Where that's all I'm doing. No other content, just shorts. I put out a video on Friday of the Eagles losing. I just put in I just basically said, are the Chicago Bears for legit? Are they legit? And I got a handful of comments, and I actually gained 6 subs. So the 6 subs I gained this week were from that one short. So that's my little spiel on if you are looking to grow your channel, and my non-advice. And what Moon said, if you're looking for watch hours, it's all about the live streams. You got to do them a lot more though, because this one live stream a week that I'm doing is definitely not enough. But consistency is always the key, and I could totally admit I'm nowhere near consistent. I'm very consistent in being here on Sunday nights, hanging out with you wonderful people for 2+ hours. I'm very consistent, at least in the topics I want to talk about, and I throw different things in here and there. But as far as my other content, not consistent enough. I do want to try to ramp up and do some more live streams, that whether it's you guys can be on it or watch it in replay, or capture the trolls through those. That's always a good thing. Anyways, we are almost there, guys. We're going to hit hour number 2. Yeah, see, Moon, besides not being at the hours, but the harder part is being afraid of just, if I ramp up to 5 live streams a week to get the watch hours, but then I ramp down to 1, am I going to lose so many hours in the long run that I then get demonetized? That I don't want. And even though it's only 10 cents there, Sith, I don't want. I would just hate to be monetized and then demonetized. I know that's happened to some people, and I laughed at them for it happening to them, because I was a hater, and I don't want that to happen to me. So if I can't get monetized there, Moon, over just this and maybe one impromptu during the week and maybe like one video during the week, maybe it's not meant to be, and that's okay, because like Sis says, it doesn't really pay out. So Swag, that's what we've been trying to figure out now for like at least a month or so. Probably at least the past 2 months. Where are the trolls? I don't know. Maybe Moon has an answer to that. I do know Moon, though. You know, he doesn't take as kindly to the trolls as we do. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Moon might have like a banned list. I used to be. There was time, Swag, where I on these streams I had more trolls in the chat than I did actual friends, people that I would call friends. And I was shouting them out too. I was shouting them out when they came in and talking shit, and I shouted them out at the end of the stream when they were all gone. And that list was considerably longer than the friends list. I banned no one. I have that one stream that got out of hand, Sith, where they were all telling me I was touching minors and stuff like that. I couldn't. That was a thing that left me like kind of broken that night. I was like, that night was complete chaos, and I couldn't hit the ban button fast enough. That thankfully a lot of my Blue Wrench friends here took care of that for me. But man, I was like a deer in the headlights that night with all those people popping in. You ban one, and then all of a sudden two more. It was like some weird Botville action. A lot of P. Diddy talk for like a month. Swag, yeah. That's why people don't like Swag. It's Swag's fault that they all left Spine Ticks. I've taken a peek at your poll, at the newest. If you guys get a chance, check out the Spine Ticks live poll that Sith posts every Saturday night after the stream. I've noticed that nobody has voted for your man Nikki taking over the Saturday time slot. Not that I would ever do that to you, Sith, but I feel a little disappointed that I got no votes for that happening. Maybe the crowd doesn't like me as much as I think they like me. Yeah, no banning from me, Moon. To me, especially when I'm still in the spot of trying to get monetized. People talking shit for 10, 15, or whether it's they're on my stream for 3 minutes or on my stream for 30 minutes. All that adds up. They're on the stream. At the end of the day, I win because I got more views because they were in my chat. At the end of the day, I got watch time for them being in my chat. Swag, your team needs to do better than that, especially when what do you got? Redskins got Marcus Mariota as the quarterback over there right now. But let's jump back to here. We are now jumping into hour number 2 of Sunday Funday. Guys, I'm always appreciative of anybody who gives me any kind of time. I love hanging out. It's a highlight of my week to sit there and hang out with you guys every Saturday night and every Sunday night. And just shooting the shit with you, being good bros, talking sports, making fun of one another. It's all part of it. I just do the sports thing. I actually do the sports thing more to just kind of have a direction for the show to go in, to have some sort of pace to the show. I mean, that's the only reason I do the sports thing. I know you guys like sports. Whereas we kick into hour number 2, he must have had his internal clock set, knowing I wasn't going to talk football for the first hour. But Dustin, my man, 3 good nerds. I don't know if you're still on your trip. I didn't tell anybody last week where you went, but I've seen plenty of awesome pictures from the trip, Justin. Oh man, it looks like an absolute blast. It's probably somewhere I won't ever get to go, but it looks like an absolute beautiful place. I'm sure now that you get me on the screen, I'm sure you're going to end up talking some shit, talking some smack. That's what we like around here about your damn Cowboys. That's what this hour is for. It's for the smack talking to start heating up. Because I know you guys are like the football pros here in the chat tonight. Justin, if you don't know Justin, then you've been living under a rock. Justin, yes, is the other beer brother to the BC. I had to shave mine, Justin, because, I just couldn't get that sweet, straight, flowing mane of facial hair. I just had a big, freaking, I don't know, steel wool rag on my face. So I had enough of it. I will, before we jump into our let's get this down a little bit. Before we jump into our number 2, I like to steal a quote. I like my man Moon Over Miami, who gives a great family style quote. I'm sure family means a lot to him, or he wouldn't use the quote. But family is important to me too. Yeah, make sure you hug your loved ones and tell your mother that you love her, because you just never know. No words have ever been said there, Moon. Always stay true and close to your family, especially your mom, your wife, your kids. I know Justin said something back here about being jet lagged. Still fighting the jet lag. Yeah, I'm sure you'll wipe those cobwebs off, and then come tomorrow morning, we'll certainly see some cool stuff from your channel. I know you still posted stuff as much as you could while you're away. Justin's got a new segment, reading comic books. Now he's reading the comic books while waiting in the school lane. I like that idea. I wanted to start doing comic reading on my channel as well, which I did a couple, but then, I'm just way too friggin' lazy. I need to be more like Sith and Justin, where, they're super consistent and hardworking YouTubers, all for fun. We're not trying to make $1 zillion. We're not trying to go rich, but the two of you, I got to model more of my thinking on at least putting out and pumping out that content and being more proactive than being the lazy piece of shit that I've been. Yeah. That's probably why, Sith, I haven't done it more, because I feel like if there's any real super uptick in the things I do, maybe I won't enjoy it as much anymore, or maybe I'll get burnt out, and I certainly don't want to ever get burnt out. I still want to, because that's one of those things that I've gotten burnt out on other things. I don't want to ramp up the content so much that I get burnt out that I even stop doing the live stream. That's the last thing I want to do, because the Saturday and Sunday is more important to me than any of the other stuff that I try to do. Sith's short game is strong, Justin, and you're multi, you're into so many different things, like we all are, but you hit them all. You hit the cards, you hit the comics, you hit the diecast, you hit the Star Wars, you hit You hit it all. And it's all good. And I know this channel will eventually ramp up. I'm just gonna on the other channel, the Black Dragon Sports Shorts. I'm just gonna continue trying to pump out as many shorts per week as I can muster from my fingers, and that'll get up there too. I have a feeling if I really worked on that channel, that'll surpass this one at some point. I heard from another, I'm going to put this up here for a minute. Retroholic says, I heard from another YouTube channel that every day something is added to the internet. Another day the internet is becoming more bloated. It's essentially breaking the internet. So there's not going to be enough space on the internet. Oh, Zootopia 2. All right. See, and it's a shame I can't sit there and do content on Stranger Things because I'm one of the ones who hasn't actually watched Stranger Things yet at this point. But I guess that's on my to-do list now. That's my assignment, so I can talk Stranger Things on Saturday nights with Sith and Swag. And yes, I understand, Swag, there's 5 seasons, but you don't know how much TV I end up watching. And that's why probably all the TV I watch is why I don't watch enough of my supporters' videos who also put out content. We got Adam's card closet in the house. What's going on there, Adam? I know, as usual, Adam put out a very awesome TTM video again. He pumps out those TTMs. What was it? I know the other week I was talking about Adam getting the Dirk Nowitzki after like 3 years of waiting for it to come back. Man, you got to be a dedicated TTMer waiting on stuff like that. But he had some really cool ones this week. Or maybe it was last week. I know he had a Bill Barber that I really liked, former Flyer. I know that Justin and BC, who are also TTMers, kneel at the throne of the great Adam's card closet and the TTMs that he does. Yeah, Adam, I know you usually drop. I think you drop late on Sundays, or maybe usually earlier. I thought you dropped it earlier on the day on Sunday, but that's cool. So we'll go check out Adam's newest TTM. Very, very cool. So we will certainly be there, Adam, to watch that. What I like about even more than like some of the players, because admittedly I don't know all the players. I like some of the years. I like some of the cards that are actually that you're sending out to these players to get signed. I really like some of these, quite a few of these 60s, 70s, and 80s designs of the cards that you guys are sending out to these people to get signed. I bet you, I mean, I don't know how many episodes of Stranger Things there are per season, but on my days off, or, the nights before a day off, the nights before a day off, I can knock out 3, 4, 5 episodes in one shot. And then during the day off, knock out a couple more before I even get my day started. Nice one. I like that. Bryson DeChambeau. You see who we have here in the chat.
Hello, cutie pie.
We've got my girl, Veronica, in the house. But Veronica, I got to take a minute. Because you know I like to give you the best shout outs. I need the fluids. I need it running through me. I need the caffeine. I need to keep it going here in the second hour. But I am so happy that my girl Veronica is here from Chris's Crazy Crafted Life, 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 Chris's Crazy Crafty Life. Woo! That is a mouthful. And I do it all for Chrissy's Crazy Crafty Life. My girl Veronica. Thanks for being here. See, I like to mix it up too. You know, we have one set way of me welcoming in Veronica on Saturday nights, and I like to do it a little bit different. I like to do the out of breath or the glitchy glitch 10 times. 10. It's a 10. I like to do 10 times here for my girl Veronica when she comes to see me on my show. You're very welcome, Veronica. Veronica's got a great supporter. She's got an awesome channel of her own. She's getting the Ipsy boxes. I was actually thinking about you just the other day, Veronica, where I was delivering, and I actually delivered an Amazon package that was one of those Ipsy boxes, and I thought of you, girl. So glad that you're here. Know that even when I'm not watching all your videos, I do think about you, and I think about a lot of you guys. Swag wants to hear more Cybell, so I got Cybell for you there, Swag.
Go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Just know that we're going to talk sports. We're going to talk more sports. We're going to talk more football here now in the second hour. And I'm sure you guys are going to have plenty to say about my shit in the bed Eagles. But just know.
Go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Shut your bitch ass up when talking about you. Keep my Eagles name out your mouths. We'll get right into it. We'll go right into the scores. Man, was my betting absolutely horrible? I picked the money line on all three games on Thanksgiving, and all three of those teams lost outright. Packers with the 31-24 win over the Lions. Cowboys 31 to the Chiefs 28. Bengals 32 and Ravens 14. That's how your Thursday lineup went. Then, I almost want to thank God that I was working, that I didn't get to see the dumpster fire known as the Bears-Eagles game. Embarrassing in front of our own home fans right down the road. We're talking about a half an hour or so this way. Lincoln Financial Field and putting up that stinker of a game. Right now, I'm only going to give you the scores, but I will rant and rave about my team, and I'll let you guys give me the business. but 24-15 loss for the Philadelphia Eagles. BC's Dolphins. Oh my God. BC, I think they want to hang around. I don't think they want to have one of the best draft picks. Dolphins win again. They beat the Saints 21-17. Texans, CJ Stroud's back, but he didn't even throw a touchdown today. They beat the Colts 20-16. The real dumpster fire team, the Jets, they won today 27-24 over the Falcons. 49ers 26-8 over the Cleveland Browns. Where are the Cleveland Browns? Panthers. What happened, Rams? How are you expecting to be the team of the NFC when you lose to the Carolina Panthers? Yes. Are the Carolina Panthers putting up some wins this year? Yes. But if you expect to be the team to beat, you can't lose to the Panthers. Shame on you, Rams, for losing today. Jaguars, they're just getting it done and then losing to out of the blue, but they won again, 25-3. Christopher's team, Buccaneers, 20-17 over the Cardinals. There's an interesting matchup. Goose egg for the Vikings. 26 points for the Seattle Seahawks. I bet you guys there in Minnesota wished that you kept Sam Darnold instead of putting all your eggs in one basket with J.J. McCarthy, because Sam Darnold lit your asses up 26-0, all behind Jackson Smith Najigba. Bills took care of business over Grandpa Aaron Rodgers 26-7. Raiders 14 to the Chargers 31. That's right. Another loss for Sis Raiders. But don't worry, folks. It's not about winning. It's all about the lifestyle. And right now, Swags Broncos are playing the Commanders for Sunday Night Football. And then tomorrow, you're looking at Monday Night Football, Giants, Patriots. Should be an interesting game. I think the Patriots are going to wipe the floor with the Giants and continue their winning streak. I already put mine of I like the way it is. That was my vote. I like how we're doing things now over there on Saturday nights. Adam Bart is not on today because apparently he sounds like a little altar boy who's in the choir, and his voice starts to crack because he's hitting that maturity level, and he's not feeling well, and he's got some crackly kind of voice going on, so he decided to not like hurt your people's ears with that tonight. He's definitely under the weather, and I hope you get better soon there, Bart. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm happy that everything is going well with the father-in-law as well, and everything works out with that. What's that? Need to get Nicky an Arsenal jersey from England. He needs to see Sensei become a gunner. I apologize, Retro. I'm not knowing who that player is, but I'm going to defer right now to my son, Ethan, who's Sensei. Go ahead. You could say it. He's not sure, but I can tell you, I'm not an Arsenal fan there, Retroholic, but what was the final score of today's game? So today's game was 1-1. If that is your team, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Because I'm a Chelsea fan there, Retroholic. And you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. We played almost that whole game a man down, and you couldn't get the job done. I know Arsenal is leading the league, but you better watch out because Chelsea FC is coming for that top spot. That sounds like a good jersey to have there, Adam. A Yamal jersey. I certainly can't wear any soccer jerseys right now. I have a good collection. I've got 2 different Chelsea jerseys. I have a Barcelona jersey. I have an Argentina jersey. I have a U.S. men's national team jersey. None of them fit. I wear, like right now, this t-shirt is a 3XL. The largest size you can get in a soccer jersey, or a real one anyway, is 2X, and they run small. They run closer to like in between what a single X and a double X t-shirt would be. So no jerseys for me for a while. I need a Holland jersey. If I get a Holland jersey, it would be it would have to be a national team jersey, because I couldn't see myself wearing a Manchester City jersey. I'll have to get his former team, a jersey from his former team. Yes, I do have Veronica, a team I've had it for a long time, Argentina jersey, because I've liked Argentina for a very long time, ever since I got into soccer in the 80s. And Diego Maradona was definitely my favorite player at the time. And that was back in the 80s where it was, what was it? West Germany, because the wall was still up. It wasn't Germany. It was West Germany. And I like seeing that there is some soccer talk, especially with Christopher still hanging out, because I know, like Christopher, when he's doing his Sun Pack Sundays, he's ripping soccer on his channel. But as of late, he's been opening up some good MTG stuff. You'll see him opening up some Spider-Man, One Piece. I would say hockey and soccer are probably the things that Christopher opens up the most on his channel. And that's some good shit that he ends up ripping. Retroholic Gamer, my team is the Philadelphia Union. For the first 8 to 10 years, I had somewhere around that. The first 8 to 10 years of the team, I had season tickets. The first 5-6 years, I went to every single game. I think I missed 3 games in the first 5 or 6 years, and then when my job switched and I was working every Saturday, and it just got to be too much working at the dealership and going to games, gave up the season tickets. I did go to 2 games this year, went to a regular season game, and then me and my boys, we went and saw the playoff game where they won, and then unfortunately they lost last week. I actually also have had, being a Chelsea fan of a handful of years ago, got the benefit of the All-Star game was played at our stadium, and that All-Star, it was MLS All-Stars versus Chelsea FC. So I got to see in person Terry, Lampard, I forgot some of the other players that were on the team at that time. And got their autographs. I don't have it anymore, and I'm pissed off about it because of just how it worked out back then. I had pictures of me with the FA Cup and the Barclays Premier League Cup, because they won them all that year. They won the FA Cup, the Premier League Cup, and Champions League all in the same season, and I got to get a picture with all three, and I don't have that picture anymore. I'm really pissed off about that. Tex, we're about to get into talking about my Eagles very shortly. You've missed me going over the scores. I went over the scores. I'm going to go over standings and a couple other little things momentarily, and then we can jump into you guys trashing me on my Eagles, but me giving you my little rant about it as well. No problem there, Christopher. Yeah, I've been watching the Sun Pack Sundays. I haven't watched any of the 3-pack Thursdays in quite a bit. That's my bad. Yeah, I got Wicked season tickets. Yeah, okay. I do it just I would do it for the pictures. Or no, I do it for the articles. I would certainly, yeah. I have the Wicked for Ariana Grande, who even she's gotten way too skinny. That's cool, Christopher. Yeah, that was a blast going to that game. Would love to go across the pond there, Retro, and check out some games. I would certainly love to just go, to the pub where the supporters or whatever, most of the fans or whatever you want to call them, the people that live there, and go to a local pub and march into the stadium. That would be a blast. We can't really do that here too much. They have a setup at the Union game where someone actually opened a bar on the premises, and it's almost like just like a football tailgate, and it is a bar, and it's kind of cool, but it's not the same atmosphere. I don't feel like what would be going into the pub that's right like near the stadium and walking in like 5,000 strong, 6,000 strong, all from that area. Yeah, I like soccer a lot. Season tickets were good, and more affordable than these other sports. All right, SCA. If you're leaving, have a good night. We'll be here for about another half hour or so. Topps has a NBA card app now. If you mean like how they do bunt and stuff, that would be cool. I've done bunt for a long time. I keep getting away from it, but I have on my iPad Topps Bunt, which is collecting all the baseball cards in like a digital form. Oh, good, SCA. Oh, it is like bunt. Very cool. Yeah, I played bunt for or done bunt for years, swag, and then the best is once I get like good cards from other people, I've traded all that stuff into people that have hooked me up with awesome Harper stuff. So I've got a decent collection for being somebody that doesn't ever spend money on it. A decent Harper digital footprint. Hey, Topps punt. We like punts. Punts. Don't know if any of you guys got that reference, but I don't even know the guy's name. I won't talk about that. But punts. All right, so let's see. I got to download these first. Bear with me, guys. I got to remove some stuff. Now, what I like about the digital cards, though, BC, sometimes is like if you had, you know, you get to at least they do a lot of stuff of what the real cards are. So that way, you know, when you see the cards on the digital thing, you know what they would look like if you were to actually rip them. Oh, although that's kind of almost like a tease. Legend 55 in the house. What's going on there, Legend? Yeah, just a little trim in it, and it grows back pretty fast. But the Wolfenstein wasn't working for me, so I had to give it a little trim. I just did too much all at once. I should have gone with another like extension or two bigger, so I at least still had something on my face. But you know, it'll grow back fast. Yeah, I did the Skate too. I've done the Topps Marvel cards, the Topps Star Wars cards in the past. I just keep getting away from it. I'll go solid with all of them for like a month, and then I stop. So I get like a couple little sets and a couple things, and then I get away from it. NFL had a different license, and that was all messed up. The old basketball, I had like I think it was like Panini or something like that. They had an app, but I didn't like that app very much. That app kind of sucked. All right, so we'll start here. Oh, let me get the comments off. Here's your AFC. New England Patriots sitting at the top of the AFC East. They play the Giants tomorrow, so a win for them will keep them moving in the right direction. Baltimore with that loss, but you know that's shaping up to be kind of interesting. You know, Cincinnati, believe it or not, is still alive. The Browns are still alive. They have not been eliminated yet. That's because Baltimore and Pittsburgh, they're not doing so well. Let's just say that they are shit in the bed. Jacksonville and Indianapolis, you know, they're letting Houston creep back in there. But we see, you know, Tennessee Titans already eliminated. The Raiders already eliminated. Swags Broncos 9-2. They're playing right now. If anybody has a score update, feel free to drop it in the chat. All right. We on to nope. Here's your NFC squads. Eagles at 8-4. Dallas 6-5-1. Commanders at 3-8. Currently playing. Giants have been eliminated already. Chicago with that win continues over the Eagles, continues to keep them up at the top of the NFC North. I know none of you folks thought that was going to happen. And if you say that you did think the Chicago Bears were going to be good, you're lying to yourselves and to the rest of us. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-5. Carolina at 7-6. Oh gosh. Atlanta 4-8. New Orleans 2-10. Rams 9-3 with Seattle, San Francisco. You got a lot of good teams around, but other teams already eliminated. Those Saints and Cardinals and Giants are poo-poo. Fo-shoo-shoo. Unbelievable. I cannot believe the Chicago Bears are doing what they are doing. They have ripped apart and have gone through and have bared down, to use their terminology, and have gone through and decimated the NFC East this year. So kudos to them for that. I will give you the opportunity right now. Guys, you say your piece. I will take my lumps, and then I will give my own rant and my own rips on my squad, the Philadelphia Eagles. But go ahead, let me have it in the chat. Give me your thoughts and opinions of who you think the best team is if it's not the Eagles. Because at this point, I don't think I could pick them either, but feel free to let me have it, guys. Well, they try to run the ball, Swag, but for whatever reason, there's so many things that are messed up with the Eagles running game. The offensive line has been banged up. Lane Johnson's missed quite a bit of time. Mailata has not been the same guy that he was last year. Saquon's not hitting the holes like he did last year. He's dancing around too much. But the play calling for even the run plays, it's all been mediocre and absolute horrible. That's where it really starts. I look directly at the offensive coordinator whose play calling is generic, vanilla. Sometimes it is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What's really missing is not just the run game, Swag. What's missing is that we used to run the RPO, and the RPO worked out great for our squad, because you could sit there and do the RPO with Jalen, where it's a triple threat with Jalen. Either he gives the ball to Saquon, or he keeps it and runs, or he keeps it and throws. If you do the RPO and mix in actually some cool like play actions and screens and stuff like that, we'd be a more highly dynamic squad to utilize all of our high potent offensive weapons that we have that are just being stifled by this uncreative bastard named Kevin Patullo. And if you think I'm being harsh, well, fuck you too. And that's just the start of my rant. Sean, I love you to death, but that is talking Santa Claus. That is so unoriginal. You're listening to the national guys. The friggin' thing with Santa Claus, that happened like I think before I was even born, and I'm 49 years old. That Santa Claus thing happened like 50 years ago. We are a bunch of, Eagles fans are a bunch of rowdy crazy individuals, and people have definitely been arrested and have partaked in too much libations, and can be an embarrassingly disgusting bunch. But let's not talk Santa Claus. That happened more than a lifetime ago. Eagles was trying to fly high and caught some humble pie and got the feathers plucked. I like that. Adam, I'll get you up there on the screen. I like it. Yes, definitely some humble pie for sure. Justin is not very high on his own team, saying if the Eagles can't beat Dallas, they have problems. Well, I could tell you certainly that CeeDee Lamb didn't want to win that game last week with all the drop passes that he had. But luckily for Dallas, the Eagles weren't playing to their potential, and George Pickens was certainly playing to his. But yes, some humble pie. We're living in a time where the Eagles coming into the season, coming into OTAs and your preseason games, talking about the past is the past. We're not defending champs. This is a brand new year, brand new team. We got new players. We're not defending squat, trying to be all like, that's how we are. We're in a new season, and we're going to treat this like a new season, and we're going to win. Well, no. Face it, fellas. You guys are sniffing your own bullshit. And that's why you're at 8-4. That's why even in those wins, you haven't looked good. Eagles, you have totally shit the bed, and you need to get your fucking acts together. See, I'm eating that humble pie myself, guys, and I'm definitely hurt. BC is old as dirt. Said collect BC because that's when he was born. BC was a waiter at the Last Supper. Perchy dropping by in between celebrity skating appearances. I like it. Yeah. Swag's eating the pterodactyl meat. Well, I mean, I don't think the Cowboys. We'll see how it shakes loose. I don't think the Cowboys even make the playoffs there, Moon. I think the only way they even have a chance is if the Eagles totally shit the bed, because they're going to have to win the division to make the playoffs. As pissed off as I am at the Eagles, they still have 5 games left. They still have 2 against the Jaden Daniels-less Commanders. And if they lose those games, they don't deserve to make the playoffs. My Philadelphia Eagles. That's a good one there, BC. Yeah, Cowboys will not make the playoffs there, Sean. You're absolutely right. They're going to try. They're going to try to make the run. Is it possible? Yes. Is it completely possible that the Eagles continue their downward spiral? Yes. Is it likely? No. I think they'll luck into a couple wins out of these last 5 to make sure that they win the NFC East. But then what happens after that? Who knows? It's the same thing. It's like 2023 all over again. Eagles were 10-2 and lost to the 49ers, and it was like everybody got the playbook on the Eagles at that point, and the Eagles lost the rest of the way through, still made the playoffs, and then lost to the Buccaneers in the playoffs, but 6 straight losses. Don't see that quite happening this time around. We'll get some wins, but I'm not confident that my Philadelphia Eagles will right the ship, especially if Kevin Patullo and his dumb ass continues to call the plays. Nah, Moon, they didn't buy tickets to the playoffs. They bought their tickets to Cancun because that's where they're going to be once the season is over. Love it, Sean. Love it, buddy. Well, I will try to give you as much as I can, Retroholic, as we come down to it, and I hope there is stuff to cheer about. I'm just not feeling it. I felt it at the beginning. I felt repeat. Even some of our earlier woes, I felt repeat. Because for most part, our defense has definitely held us into it. But even they've been kind of a little bit suspect as of recent. Who knows? Maybe my Sixers or Flyers will give me something to cheer about and do some celebration shorts there. I doubt it, but that would be a lot of fun. At this point, I've gotten to witness 2 Super Bowl wins. I have got to see a World Series win as well. I really, really want to see my Flyers hoist the cup. I want to touch the cup as us being the champions. That's my big dream at this point for the Flyers to hoist the cup, but it won't happen. At least it won't happen for a while. The problem is I can see it now. I'm going to be like one of those old people at the game. I'm going to be like 89 years old in my wheelchair at the Flyers game where they still haven't won a Stanley Cup since 75. And I'm going to be like, yeah, we're in the playoffs and the Flyers are going to win the game for 89-year-old Nick Cifelli sitting here in his chair, rooting those Flyers on. Let's do it for Nicky. Oh man, those things are freaking hilarious when teams are in the playoffs that haven't been there a while or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, Margie, she's been a lifetime. She's been a lifetime Dallas Stars fan, or something like that. She's been a lifetime Buffalo Sabres fan. She's 101 years old. Maybe we could do it for Margie. I don't want to get banned, but I got your athletic cup right here there, Bart. I was gonna say I was gonna say Stars. I held back on that, Justin, because they've actually won, but not Buffalo, not my Flyers since right before I was born. I think me coming into existence, it's what stopped the Flyers from winning, which is unfortunate because I would really, at least growing up, that was my main sport, my main team. As I've gotten older, football has taken over, but I am still a very big Flyers fan. Try to go to at least one game of them per year now too. think I've gotten through all the stats. So I don't have anything else specific to talk about, but just know. I'm saying it. Eagles, get your shit together. So I don't have to sit here and hear these guys talking shit about my team and putting my team down. You know, I like to bring the heat. This is what I do on Sundays, especially once we get into playoff football. It's what I like to do. So Eagles, I'm reaching out to you through the screen. Get your fucking acts together. That way I don't gotta listen to these guys talking all their smack. I love them to death. They're my bros. Last thing I want to hear is, what happened to your Eagles? They're shit in the bed. They suck. I don't want to have to eat crow on a weekly basis because of you assholes. Kevin Patullo, you need to go. You need to step aside. You should resign because they're not going to fire you. You should just resign and say, you know what? The best thing for this team is for me to step aside. And I'll do it. I'll follow my sword. But you won't do it because you're a piece of shit. Sirianni, right now, because you won't freaking just grab the bull by its fucking balls and take the play calling away from Kevin Patullo. You're a sack of shit, too. Jalen, you had the power to freaking change those plays at the line of scrimmage. You grow a set. Because right now, even with the tush push, you fumbled the fucking ball the other day. Not one of you are fucking doing your fucking jobs right. And you pissed me off. Only reason I'm not in a fucking even worse mood is because my Flyers have been doing well. I got a lot of good friends, even though they bust my balls tonight. They're here hanging out. This is Sunday Funday. But for the last time for the night, if you're all going to talk shit on my Eagles,
Go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
right now you guys are lucky that I also am not ranting about other things because there's other things that are pissing me off too. There's shit going down on in DC that is pissing me off. People getting shot and killed for no reason. That shit's still going on. Maybe I'll save that for another time. Yes. I've been called Adam Sandler before. Adam Sandler, Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst, whatever. Moon, thank you for snapping me out of it with that comment. I love it. Yes, I hear Chip Kelly is available. Yeah, that way they can, these little whiny babies that are on the Eagles squad, these young folks that think their shit don't stink and they don't have to freaking work hard. They won't like a Chip Kelly because Chip Kelly, that's all Chip Kelly does is work, and more work. Oh, that's cool. Adam shares the same birthday with Adam Sandler. Yeah, I kind of almost want to get into the politics stuff with you guys, but I'm not going to. But I am definitely irritated and just very disappointed in the state of our union with evil ass people doing evil ass things and a government that can't get their shit together and be on the same page. I'll go in like this and be like, I gotcha. Hey. All right, we're gonna. What's the other hard one? We got the rock music, and then. That's kind of nice. We'll have that. This is instead of doing the rock like we normally end. Let's work it out a little bit. Let's let the anger flow off of me and it disappears like fairy dust. We had a great time tonight. I'm glad you guys were all here hanging out with me. We had Moon Over Miami, Sean the Jedi Master, Vince the Sports Car Ripping Teacher was here, my man BC, other half as of late. Hope you feel better there, Bart. We had Sith coming in from his Fine Kicks live channel, my alternate ego, Black Dragon Sports Shorts. My son NWE Wrestling Stuff came in and said hello. We had Boji in here. We had Jesus Goffer stopping by to say hello. We had T-Bone, fellow Philadelphia fan. So thanks for being here there, T-Bone. Hex Carnage stopped on by. Look, Hex, where'd you go, buddy? I guess you couldn't wait to give me the business and left before you had a chance to talk shit. I know you're a big Cowboys fan. You're also a channel member, so love you for having been here tonight. Phil Allen stopped on by. We also had Dino in the house. Matty Ice Card stopped on through. Ratchetaholic Gamer. SCA. We had my man Uncanny Swag. Christopher Works was hanging out with us. Justin Three Good Nerds. Adam's Card Closet. Radica from over there at Christie's Crazy Crafty Life. That's right, I said it. Christie's Crazy Crafty Life. We had the Legend 55 who went to hang out with us for a little while tonight. We had a blast. Thank you for all for being here. Go Birds! Go Trump! Come back here again next week on Sunday night for Sunday Funday, where we'll have episode 78. This is my time slot from 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We go for at least 2 hours. As always, you all have a wonderful night.